are you doing? Adding up the day's take and fines?
Yeah, and deducting what it costs to feed the prisoners.
Well, it's no wonder the jails are supported by the taxpayers.
I just can't make a nickel.
You, Sheriff?
That's right.
I'm from Sunglow. Logan and his gang taking over the town again.
Where's your sheriff?
Logan killed him.
I'll get him. Put him in the chair. Well, he's not hurt.
Pure exhaustion. He'll come around.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm coming with you.
Look, Harris, this is law business, gun business.
Yes, newspaper business, too. I'm coming.
Well, all right, but you may be writing your own obituary.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. High noon of July 16, 1884 was one Sunglow wouldn't forget. Harvey Logan and his men had taken over the town. Lawless, gunslinging desperados helped themselves to anything they wanted.
Get your hands out of your pocket. Now you listen to me. My boys came to this town to have a little fun and lap up some of your hospitality. Now, ain't that clear enough?
Look here, you can't go around beating up people.
Who's going to stop us? You, Mayor?
The law, public opinion, decency. There'll be troops from Fort Huachuca here this time tomorrow.
By that time, we're going to be up in the hills. Now, why don't you people just leave me and go on about your business?
Maybe it would be better if we just went about our business, Mayor. I'm sure Mr. Logan and his men meant no harm.
No harm in terrorizing a town?
I don't like you. Now get him out of here. Now it's time for the rest of you boys to unwind. Whiskey!
Yes, sir.
Play this here piano?
Yeah, I play.
Well, let's play. What's the matter? Don't you want a little drink?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, I like you.
I made a mistake about you fellas.
Oh, now, how is that?
When I first saw you, I thought you were men, but I was wrong. You're animals, all of you.
Sure we're animals, all of us.
Hey, Logan! Thought I told you to keep watching the road.
Well, I was watching all right, Logan. There's a couple of riders coming in from Tombstone way. One of them's wearing a star.
Oh. We're gonna have some company, huh? You get back out in the street, and you make sure everybody clears that street, because we're gonna have a party, a real surprise party. Up, everybody!
We'll play later.
Now, these two riders that are coming into town, let's give them a big welcome. Come on.
Awful quiet. Yeah, like back east. That's still just before a tornado hits.
That's far enough. Well, Clay Hollister. Tell me something, boys. Did you come here to join the local sheriff in his grave?
You've got just 10 minutes to hand over his murderer and then get out, Logan.
You hear that, boys? He's putting a time limit on our fun. I'm giving you just 2 seconds to drop your guns.
This'll catch up with you, boy. Just a matter of time. You can't take over a town.
I already have. Now, you drop those guns down. Do just like I tell you, or there won't be no witnesses.
I believe you.
Get down. Hurry up!
What are you doing here, Logan?
Well, now, this ain't Tombstone, Hollister. And I ain't beholden to answer none of your questions.
Sunglow's in the county.
Yeah, I know that. But me and the boys are celebrating. And you know something? You're just in time to join the celebration. I told you to hold it. Well, that's my kind of celebrating, Mr. Hollister. Now, there's a new sheriff in the town. Namely me. You go on, get him in the lockup. Take Horace Greeley with him.
I still think you made a mistake not bringing a posse.
Look, Harris, you ride into a town with an army, you gotta fight. A lot of townspeople get killed.
Well, what do we do now?
There's only one thing to do. Sit down, relax.
Relax.
Well, you said you wanted a story. Go ahead and write it.
How about that? Hey, you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Logan.
Send that girl over here, the one playing the pianist.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Anna.
Logan would like to speak with you.
You want to see me?
Yeah, sure, I want to see you. Pull up a chair and sit down, huh?
Well, thank you.
Have a drink?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? You know, as long as you're here, you're mine, right?
Why not?
Why not?
Let that girl alone.
Who's gonna make me?
Mr. Logan, I know this girl. Are you just going to stand there and let that animal do this?
Oh, I promised my boys a high time, honey. You wouldn't want I should break my promise, huh?
Listen, if you want any favors from me, you do one for me. Now make him let her go.
I like a girl with spirit. All right. Hey, Denver, let her go.
What are you talking about?
I said let her go.
Come on, kid, get out of here.
You shouldn't have done that, Logan.
You want an argument about it? You get on over to jail with Chris. And don't you leave there till I told you different. Where was we, honey?
I was just about to pretty up a bit.
Hey, that's a good idea. The prettier the better.
I'll be right back.
Who is it?
A friend. I have a present for you. Pull it up.
Thanks, friend.
I'm sick of sitting here nursemaiding that sheriff while everybody else is out having fun.
Yeah, well, I ain't having no fun.
You know, we ought to run that tin-horn lawman in here and work him over but good.
Clay, hurry. Give me that stool. Won't do no harm to learn him a little respect.
You know, if we really took care of him, then we could go out and hurrah the town again.
Yeah, I like that.
They're coming in here any minute.
Let's go get him. Come on out of there, Hollister.
Come on. Hey, where'd you get that?
You haven't got a chance, Hollister.
Get the guns, Harris. Inside.
You're building a big fire, Hollister.
I like it warm.
Townspeople as you can. I'll meet you in an hour before they're at the general store. And have them come in the back way. Luck.
But, gentlemen, they'll be gone come morning. What's the sense in risking our lives and property?
Why, sure. Besides, they were just having a little fun.
Fun? Your sheriff's been killed. Today, a man by the name of Mabry was murdered. Would you care to tell Mrs. Mabry the boys were just having a little fun?
Well,
Don't you realize that your town's been taken over by a gang of criminals? Doesn't that mean anything to you? To any of you?
But, well, it's only for one night.
Clay, you just gotta be reasonable. What's the use of us risking our lives and our property?
That's exactly what the Romans said when the Vandals were at the gates just before they burned Rome. Well, I'm with you, Clay. All the way.
Thanks, Harris.
Sorry to be late, but it wasn't easy to get away.
Welcome. Friend?
Well, of all the nerve.
Yes, you're right, Mrs. Spence. This young lady does have more nerve and more courage than all of the rest of you put together.
Well.
Can I count on any of you?
I got a family, Clay.
A lot of you people fought Apaches when you first came out here. Now you're gonna let a bunch of yahoos take the town away from you.
The town will still be here after they ride off.
Yeah, but it won't be the same town. And you won't be the same people.
But we'll be alive, Mr. Hollister.
Don't bet on it. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And ladies, I've had my say. You know, they call Tombstone the town too tough to die. Well, they'll be calling Sunglow the town too scared to live.
Maybe I can help, Mr. Hollister.
What can a saloon woman do?
You'd be surprised, madam. I'll bet you'd be terribly surprised.
I'm listening, ma'am.
Logan tells me I'm his girl. For as long as he's here, I am. Be at my place at 10. He'll be there. Until 10, then, Mr. Hollister?
Till 10.
Denver? Chris? Come out of there!
Logan, he tricked us. He had a gun hid.
You stupid fool! Somebody passed him that gun. They'll pay for that. We came to this town to celebrate, and we're going to celebrate. And then we're going to burn it to the ground. I'm getting thirsty. Come on.
What time's getting to be, Harris?
20 minutes of 10.
What's the matter? Something bothering you?
I have to live here. If any of the townspeople see me being too friendly with you, I won't stand a chance in Sunglow.
Don't worry about it. When we get through, there ain't going to be no town.
What do you mean?
We're going to have us a fire, a real big fire.
Logan, all this noise is giving me a terrible headache. Why don't we go somewhere, away from here? Like maybe my house. You need to get some food in you, and I'm a good cook.
That's real hospitable of you. That's what I call real hospitality. Hey, quiet, everybody. I'm going to leave you boys for a while. Oh, and just a minute. If you see Hollister, kill him.
Just a minute. I have to let Murphy know where I'm going.
Don't keep me waiting.
Murphy? Time to stand up and be counted. They're going to burn the town. Tell Hollister he's in the general store and go in the back way. Smile, Murphy, smile.
A man can take just so much. Just so much.
There she goes.
Logan with her?
She said he would be.
Who is it?
Name's Murphy. Bartender at the saloon.
Let him in.
Anna told me you were here. They're going to burn the town, Sheriff. Before they leave, they're going to burn it.
They all over there?
All except Logan. And they're all pretty drunk.
Yeah, well, maybe we can sober them up. You got a gun behind the bar?
Yeah?
Will you use it?
I'll use it.
Good enough. You go on back there. Me and my army here will be right over.
Strange, isn't it?
What's that?
How the only two people in town willing to defend it are a saloon woman and a saloon keeper.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Turn around, drop your guns. My men are covering you.
What's the matter with you boys? He doesn't have any men. Take him.
Any more?
Keep an eye on him, Harris. I'm gonna go get Logan.
All right, over with the rest of them. Who ain't got no men?
Oh, come on, have another.
No, you don't.
Logan! Logan! Logan!
What do you want?
We got a ride. The boys are all shot up.
Why?
It's Hollister. We haven't got a chance.
Logan! Come on out with your hands in the air. Do like I say, Logan, you'll live longer.
You go around the back, we'll catch him in a crossfire.
No.
Go on, get down.
Logan! Are you coming out or am I coming in?
Supposing we settle this, Hollister. Just you and me.
All right. You've called it. Give you one more chance to throw away the gun, Logan.
You ready, Hollister?
Make your move.
Sheriff Hollister, on behalf of a grateful town, I want to thank you.
Well, Mr. Mayor, if it hadn't been for this young lady, you wouldn't have a town. How about thanking her?
Mr. Hollister, Sunglow has no place for a woman like her. She's no better than the rest of the riffraff. And the way she carried on with that outlaw. You coming, Mayor?
Yes, dear,
Mrs. Spence. There are two kinds of women in the West. There's a nice, respectable kind like you, and there's Anna's kind of woman that just does with what she has. When a crisis came to your town, which kind got up and fought?
Well, Mayor.
Thanks again.
Anna, why don't you come to Tombstone? Make a new start.
No, Clay, it's like you said, there's her kind and my kind, and the town doesn't make any difference. Goodbye.
Goodbye, friend.
That's quite a girl. Someday they'll be writing books about women like her.
Yeah? Come on, Horace Greeley. You got a story to write.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
In town, I just saw him.
So?
The talk is he's back in town to kill you, since you were the one who sent him up.
Well, never expected to catch the two of you together. Must be my lucky day. Oh, Jake, I understand you're going to call me out. Don't listen to gossip, Hollister. I'm not here to kill anybody. Oh? Prison changed you, huh? Yeah. Clybourne, I want to run an ad in the paper. One of those one-liners. Expert wheelwright wants job. You? A wheelwright? I learned it at Yuma. You going to run the ad or not?
Sure, I'll run it. I'm all for any man who wants to go straight.
And Hollister, if any joker wants to blame me for something again, you know better, see?
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. The morning of May 31, 1885 got off to a fast start. A man had been shot and killed on his way to work.
Find anything?
Yeah, just that Bert was on his way to work. Killer waited for him to get by and then shot him. Must have stood over there.
How do you know?
Well, the ground's all mussed up, like he got fidgety waiting.
Well, here's a slug Doc Cunningham took out of his back. Not much to go on.
Great. Can't be more than a couple of 138-40s in town.
Old Bert Henry. Who'd want to kill him?
Maybe Harry Dunbar can give us something to go on. Looks like some folks are in for a spell of waiting for that, baby. Also looks like I came to the right place at the right time.
Haven't I seen you before?
Maybe, maybe not. The point is, I'm a wheelwright. You need one bad.
Oh, no, I don't. I've got the best man in town, Bert Henry.
Well, Bert's not working here anymore. Somebody gunned him down.
Bert?
It was in Hollister's office when he was shot. Word is spreading all over town. That's why I thought... Hi, Harry. Well, you didn't waste any time getting here, I see. Somebody's got to take the fellow's job. Might as well be me.
Got any idea who shot him down, Clay?
No, not yet. All I know is he was ambushed on his way here. He died in Doc Cunningham's office.
Why would anybody want to kill Bert? He didn't have much money. I remember you now. You're Jake Conroy. You're a gunslinger. Well, I don't want any thugs around my place. Shove off, Conroy.
Now, Mr. Dunbar, I wouldn't take that tone. You're in a jam. You need me. Hollister, tell him I'm in the clear. That's right, Harry. He was in my office when it happened. He couldn't have done it. He was telling me that he spent his time up at Yuma learning to be a wheelwright.
I don't think that I could ever trust an ex-con.
Mr. Dunbar, have you ever been in prison?
Of course not.
Then you don't know what it takes for a man to buckle down and learn a trade late in life. To tell himself he's going to go honest and above board.
All right, Conroy, I'll give you a break, but I warn you, the first false move and you're finished.
It's a deal, Mr. Dunbar. And in a week, you'll be begging me to stay. Well, let's see here. Dunbar handles a lot of important business. Stage line, couple 3 mining outfits. Now Jake Conroy's working for him.
Oh, what's that got to do with anything? Don't you believe his story about going straight?
I don't know. Wheelwright is murdered. Jake's a wheelwright. So he steps into the dead man's job.
Well, you know, Jake couldn't have done the killing.
Yeah?
I think we have to give him a chance.
Kind of like recommending Billy the Kid for president of the First National Bank.
Ah.
I'll feel better if I check on him.
Don't seem warped to me. Looks like a fair to middling job.
What do you want?
George West been in? The West Consolidated Mining Company?
What about him?
When he comes to town, he leaves his buggy here. Saw him on Allen Street.
Know a thing about it.
Well, you work here. You know the customers.
I'm not in the habit of giving information to strangers. Now get out of here. Come on.
What's the trouble?
Get out!
What was it, Jake?
Just a bum asking questions. I didn't like his looks, gunslinger type. Look, told you I'd have her finished by quitting time. Give me a shot.
Hello, Mr. West.
How do you do? Bartender, I'll have another drink at the table.
Mr. West. Not till I had my say.
All right, what is it?
Remember me? Holby Jones. I used to be a miner. Before you accused me of stealing silver or before you had me sent to the pen for something I didn't do.
Well, this is preposterous.
You're gonna pay for what you did to me,
All
Mr.
right,
West.
head for the street.
I ain't packing a gun. You are.
I can fix that. Now, are you gonna go out in the street? I ought to break you in two. But I'm a peaceable man. I'm giving you one last chance to go out in the street.
You ought to break me in two. But you're yellow.
Somebody better go to the sheriff.
Yeah. Let Hollister pick up the pieces.
All right, Jake, you're under arrest.
What for? I didn't do anything. He started it. I had to protect himself.
Don't give me that. Let's go.
Just a moment, Sheriff. He's right. That man mistook me for somebody else. He accosted me. This man stepped in on my behalf.
Thanks, Mr. West. Thanks. I got in trouble a few years ago. You know how lawmen are. Once they get you pegged, they hate to see you come unpegged.
Mr. West, you want to prefer an assault charge against this man?
No. Just lock him up and let him sleep it off for the night.
Real high and mighty, ain't you, Mr. West?
Let's go.
Good man, Hollister.
The best. Guess I'd be suspicious of everybody, too, if I had his job.
I'm grateful to you, Conroy. If ever you need work, come around and see me.
Thanks. But I'm working for Harry Dunbar right now. I'm a wheelwright.
Wheelwright?
I noticed that buggy of yours. Anytime you want it fixed, bring it around. I'll treat it right.
All right.
We seen you, Mr. West.
Oh, Conroy, your gun.
No, thank you. Don't know why I wear it. I guess we've got to protect ourselves in Tombstone. We found that out.
We did find it out.
Thank you. sure like to get my hands on whoever did that. You better report it to Hollister.
I intend to. First, I have to be sure if you can repair it.
I'll make it like new. It'll take a while.
Now, how long?
For the rest of the day if I rush.
I have a payroll I have to get out to the mine.
And Dunbar can lend you a rig for that. And then when yours is fixed, I can return it and pick up the other buggy.
Fine. Fine. That's real service.
My pleasure. Now let me handle this and you go get Hollister. Maybe he can nail that vandal.
Right.
Hello, Jake.
Hello, Hollister.
Anything you can tell me about Mr. West's buggy?
Yeah? 2 spokes busted, done with something heavy, I'd say, like a sledge. Straight grain dash. Nothing but the best for this job. You know who did it, of course.
No, you tell me.
The Hobie Jones.
Maybe.
Oh, no maybe about it. Takes a bad man to break up something as beautiful as that buggy. And you learn about a man when you fight him. And he's a bad one. That's like a twin sister, huh?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You ever see a better matching job?
I wasn't talking about the spokes. I was thinking about something else.
Something else?
Yeah. I'll see you later.
Save the leather. Hop in.
It's about time. You come by way of Tucson.
Not there, on the floor.
Nobody's gonna see me way out here.
We're not taking any chances. I've got the sheriff looking for you, remember?
You have to do that. You have to tell him I was the one who busted West buggy.
Lie down. All the way.
Yeah.
Boy, this is sure a sweet running chariot.
Just another buggy.
You ought to be glad everything's running so smooth.
It ain't a bit smooth down here.
Oh, just think of Mexico. Wine, women, and money. We'll be living like a couple of caballeros.
I still got lumps from that fight. I've had the dirty end of this job all the way.
That's because you're not educated. You should take up a trade like me.
Oh, it's the report from Yuma on Jake Conroy. Well, what do you know? Jake was a trustee. Exemplary conduct, learned to trade.
At least he gave us a straight story.
Released May 1st, along with an inmate by the name of Red River Tom. Left Yuma together, heading east. Uh-oh, listen to this. 5'11", slim, dark-haired, 32, speaks with a slight southern accent. Remind you of anybody? That story I gave you for the epitaph. Conroy's fight in the Crystal Palace with a stranger.
Hobie Jones.
Or Red River Tom, according to Yuma. These days, thugs change their name like you change your shirt.
Well, then if Conroy knew Jones, that fight in the saloon had to be staged.
Uh-huh. But you gotta go back one step further. Hobie killed Bert Henry so that Jake could get into a key job. Then the fight set Jake up with West. So naturally, when West's buggy was vandalized, he'd go to Jake. Let's get to Dunbar's.
Harry, where's Jake?
Oh, he's out, delivering the buggy to Mr. West.
At the mine, I suppose?
That's right. He'll be back soon.
No, Harry. Not unless we drag him back.
Hello, Mr. West. Brought your buggy back.
It's fine. Fine. Finished early, didn't you?
Had to. Got traveling to do.
I begin to see it now.
Just do as you're told and nobody will get killed. Put the payroll in the sacks. We're going to take charge of it for you.
That wasn't necessary.
Yes, it was. Truss him up, Hobie. Make it fast. You've got to move. We'll take the good buggy. We're rich now. We're not going to ride in a livery stable rig.
How about the guard at the gate?
The boss will be driving. Hobie will be on the floor. I'll be beside you. Any false moves and you get 2 slugs, one in the back and one in the belly. Now, let's go.
All right, Mr. West, you can pull up right here.
Someday they're going to catch up with you. If I have my say, you'll hang.
Pull up, I said.
Oh, up!
Now go on, get down.
So you can put a bullet in my back.
What's a murder charge against you? Get down. Now start hoofing it. Only take you a few hours.
Yeah.
We hit, we better trade this trap for a pair of fast horses.
Get rid of this fine buggy?
Not a chance. Running out of road.
Look, I know what I'm doing. Once I drove a herd down this trail, clear to Mexico.
When the guard gets to town, Hollister will be aboard the fastest horse he can find.
Look, who planned this?
You did?
Everything's gone fine so far, huh?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Time on foot.
Get out and walk, then.
Hollister will be gaining on us.
Look, we got a long lead. Hollister can't sprout wings.
This is more like it. That's the one you were supposed to fix.
I told you to knock out a couple of spokes, not weaken the whole wheel.
No matter what I done, it's up to you to fix it.
It's up to you to fix Bird Henry, not to kill him.
Right, all right. We're just jabbing at each other. We gotta get out of here.
When you were harping about riding horses, now's your chance.
Carriage snags and no saddles?
Shut up and help me unhitch. Guard him, Harris.
I never buck odds when they get too big, Hollister.
He's dead.
Too bad. 3 men could do a lot with 50,000. How about splitting it 3 ways?
You can never make it come out even that way, Jake. Harris, get his gun. Oh, I'm glad you're a good shot. That was close.
Close for Jake. If I'd had more of a target, we'd have had another dead wheelwright.
Hold it here. That judge hauled off and threw the book at me.
You got off easy. You deserve the rope.
Yeah? I'd be in Mexico right now buying and selling judges like him if it hadn't been for that buggy wheel.
Cheer up, Jake. Takes time to make a master wheelwright. You'll have that time up in Yuma. The rest of your life.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Shocking ones.
$3, old boy. That should pay for running that item in your paper.
Ronald Cedric Browning, 33, esteemed citizen of Tombstone since 1880, died Tuesday of gunshot wounds as he was attempting to protect an ore shipment from his mine located. April Fool's Day was last month, Ron.
Printers. I'm paying you.
Well, I can't print anything that I know isn't true, Ron. Now, why don't you take your $3 and go over to the hotel and get yourself a room and sleep it off?
Print it. You've got to print it.
Can't. Ron, I'll print your obituary, and it won't cost you a cent. When at least one fact is true. that you're actually dead.
Then I'll make it true.
Run! An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory.
You all right?
Yeah, think so. One thing's for certain. The ordinary taxpayer sure gets prompt service from our sheriff.
Is that Ron Browning?
Yeah, he's all in one piece, just passed out. Slug buried itself over there.
Why'd he want to draw down on you?
He didn't.
Was it his gun?
He came in here and wanted me to run his obituary. When I refused, he threatened to kill himself.
That's kind of funny.
He tell you why?
No. First, I thought he was drunk and trying to play a joke. What are those?
Well, I saw him coming out of the post office. I thought maybe something he got might have set him off.
Something sure did. He wasn't easy to stop. From a lady?
Devotedly gay. No matter how busy you are, 3 years is too long for a girl in love to wait. So I've taken a boat to Boston, and I'm coming to Tombstone to you. Yeah, she arrives on the noon stage tomorrow.
If you ask me, you better lock him up till she gets here.
Maybe he just doesn't want to see her.
More likely, he doesn't want her to see him.
Well, I can't jail him for that.
Look, he's no tramp, Clay. Comes from a good family, educated. When he sobers up, could be all he needs is that girl.
All right, Cupid. I'll see that the county boards and lodges him. Watch the step. Put him in my chair, Harry.
Yeah, all right.
Easy. What do you think you're doing, old boy?
We brought you here for your own good, Ron.
If you want an apology...
I think you should apologize to, Miss Mitchum.
Now, see here.
I read your letter hoping it would explain why you pull a gun. It did.
What do you want me to do? If I do more than I have, I can't see her.
Why not, Ron?
3 years ago, Gay and I fell in love. Her father published his books. Wanted me to join the firm. I just couldn't see it. I'd inherited nearly £1,000, and Gay and I decided I'd come over to Canada. Start a ranch. And Gay would come over later. Everything was fine until the winter. The worst in 20 years. Wiped out.
Is that when you moved down here, Tombstone?
I wrote Gay that I'd sold the ranch, bought a mining claim here. A big man now, very successful. Oh, Lord. Gay thinks I'm about the biggest man in Arizona. 10 full feet tall. That's me. That's why
But a girl who would come all this distance just to be with you, Ron, deserves more consideration than this.
Nobody ever won a fight by running away from it, boy.
It's not for me. Make you think I'm dead. I'm just as good as dead now, anyway.
Come on, you'll feel better about it tomorrow. Out you get.
All right. You can't make me see gay. We'll talk about that when you're sober.
I'm much obliged, Clay. And I think you'll be.
I cop, Sheriff.
Wanted in Flagstaff.
Where'd you find him?
In front of the bank.
The bank, huh? Well, we'll let him use one of our vaults until Flagstaff sends for him.
Better make it quick. I ain't staying long.
We'll try to make you comfortable.
I'll be comfortable when I shoot that star off your chest and off of every lawman.
Drop it.
Tough, huh?
I can be. Now, pick it up. Now, let's make you comfortable. Suit, hat.
Here, Clay. You see that he gets shaved and dressed. My confounded press broke down again. Have to get the blacksmith to forge a new part or I won't be able to get my paper out.
Is that an excuse for not taking Brownie to meet the girl?
I'll be back in plenty of time.
Oh, Harris. Moody's in this morning. I don't trust him to handle a razor by himself. Will you ask the barber to step up here and shave him?
Sure.
New clothes, Ron. Put them on. Give yourself a break.
All right. The clothes won't make a difference. You know that.
Let him out, Sheriff. Let us both out. Save you a lot of trouble later.
Oh, Singh. Customer's all ready for you.
Sing Lee ready for the customer. Oh, Mr. Brownie.
There's some water in that pitcher over by the bunk.
Yes.
Sheriff?
The noon stage from Santa Fe you waiting for?
Yeah?
I just saw it. Looks like it's going to be about 10 minutes early.
All right, Quint, you stay here and see that Sing Lee has no trouble. And after Browning's been shaved, bring him over to the hotel. I'll pick up the girl.
Right.
Oh, and when you deliver him, make sure he looks 10 feet tall. Mitchum?
Yes, I'm Miss... Oh, I say, is something wrong with Ron?
Oh, Badge? No, Ron's all right. I'm a friend of his, Clay Hollister. He asked me to see that you got to your hotel all right.
Oh?
Ron's, tied up. Business. Is that all your luggage? Hotel's just down the street.
Mr. Quint, maybe you better let me take Mr. Browning outside and put him in a chair.
Sure, anything to hurry it up.
Browning, lock the barber up. We'll both get out of here together. Lock him up, I said. Keys. Hurry it up. Lock him up. Come over here and unlock this one. I mean, right now. Here. 2 guns are better than 1. Come on. You get caught now, they'll throw the book at you for jailbreaking. Come on!
Easy, Quint. Come on. Back over here.
You, get back Cunningham. Hurry it up!
Suckered me. Got out. He and Browning escaped. I'm going after him.
Ron escaped?
Ron and one of the most dangerous killers in the territory.
The afternoon of May 13, 1882. Tombstone had had jailbreaks before, but this one really hit home.
So, now you know all of it. Ron just didn't want you to know how far he'd slipped.
I want to go with you, Sheriff.
You're staying here, Miss Mitchum. And no arguments.
But if Ron were forced to go...
Clay, I saw them heading out of town toward the Dragoons. The way they were riding, I think they were heading for Browning's diggings up in the hills. Here's your rifle, Deputy.
We'll leave the horses here. Where's the mine? Up there. Wait a minute.
You stay here till I get up on those rocks. And when you see the sheriff coming,
You start down slow, holding your arms up like he was surrendering.
And you?
What do you think? Once they step out and figure they got you, it'll be like clay pipes in a shooting gallery.
Now, see here, I'll be no party to murder.
You'll do what I tell you. Get up. You're gonna get up or stay here for good. Now you stay right here till the sheriff comes. What do you make of that?
Maybe there's only one of them up there now.
You'd be dead now, except I need you for bait. Now you stay put. All right, get out there. You trying to cross me? You get it first.
Browning! Clay Hollister! Sheriff! I'm giving myself up. Come and get me. Stay where you are. Sheriff, it's a trap!
You'd have been better off in jail.
He made me go.
Take care of him, Harris. I'm going in.
Cobb! Toss down the rifle and stand up. I know you're about out of shells. Now, do you walk down or do I carry you out? All right, Sheriff. Here's my rifle. Now, come down.
Undertaker will have to come back up and take care of him. Let's get you back to town before you lose any more blood.
May 13. Things seem to have quieted down in Tombstone, except for the editor, who was trying to do 3 days' work in one. Well, hello there.
Hello, Mr. Clayburton. Well, give it to him, darling.
Since you refused to publish Ronald's obituary,
Even though I coughed, trying to make it true.
we thought you might like to publish this social item.
Ronald Cedric Browning will marry gay Elizabeth Mitchum Friday, May 15th at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. Well, congratulations.
Hi. Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, they're being married tomorrow, Clay. You going to give away the bride?
Oh, I'm going to let you do that. I've got something to give away to the groom.
Well, what is it, Sheriff?
Draft for $500 on the Flagstaff National Bank.
Oh, Ron, imagine it's more than 100 pounds.
Well, it's what a man gets for being 10 feet tall. Reward for information leading to the capture of Ike Cobb. And one of the prettiest girls ever to come to the territory.
Thank you, Sheriff.
You're welcome.
Well, Sheriff, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Say now, I don't mean to be selfish. Wouldn't you lads like to have a go at kissing the bride? After me, that is.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Brothers, Rip, Coley, and Ben, the younger element of Tombstone, and its future citizens.
There's your troublemakers, Clay. Take your choice. The fine's $10 apiece and 3 days in jail.
Well, you're bearing down a little hard, ain't you, Sheriff? We were just trying to have a little fun.
Sure. Just flexing our muscles. You know, having a few laughs. It's getting so a person can't even let off a little steam in this town.
The next time you start a saloon brawl, it won't be just a fine and a night in jail. I'll lock you up for so long you can set up housekeeping.
It's about time.
Well, I didn't know you were in jail until this morning.
All right, pay the man. Let's get out of here.
I'm sorry about my brother, Sheriff. How much is their fine?
$10 apiece, Miss Thomas. They won't listen to me, so I'm going to tell you. Maybe you can talk some sense into them.
Well, they'll listen to me, and they better.
They've got to grow up and start acting their age.
We can do without the lectures. That goes for you, too, Hollister.
Because if they don't, they're going to wind up killing somebody or getting killed themselves. There are your guns. Keep them holstered.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sheriff. At least for now.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. The Thomas brothers were important to Tombstone. They were the future of the town. And the way things had been going lately, Sheriff Clay Hollister had good reason to be concerned about them. Morning, Clay.
Hello, Harris.
On my way to breakfast. Care to join me?
Oh, no thanks. I'm not hungry. Just had a stomach full of the Thomas brothers. It's the third time this month I've had to hold them in.
You ought to keep a permanent cell for them. Charge rent. A second home, so to speak.
Uh-oh, trouble.
Anybody else got ideas?
Cowboy, you just bit off more than you can swallow.
Hold it.
Give me the gun.
I'm walking out of here, Sheriff. Don't try stopping me.
Give me the gun. Now, suppose you tell me what happened.
We were just trying to have a little fun when all of a sudden he get mad.
He shot Ben before we knew what was happening.
How about hearing my side of it, Sheriff? That is, if you're interested.
I'm interested. Let's go. You haven't heard the last of us, mister. You can bet on it.
All right.
Your story better be right. You settled down enough yet to start talking?
I didn't ride into this town looking for trouble, Sheriff. All I wanted was a job. I warned them twice to leave me alone, but no, they had to keep calling me a saddle bum and a drifter. Got a lot of laughs out of everybody. Then, accidentally, on purpose, one of them spilled his drink on me.
So you repaid the compliment by shooting him?
Talking doesn't get through to some people, Sheriff. They have to be shown.
Well, that little demonstration may get you a term in jail.
You ever had trouble with the law before?
You mean locked up? No.
Well, I'm sorry to spoil your record. Let's go.
Hello, Harris. Oh, hello, Clay. Glad you stopped by. I'm writing an editorial here. I want you to hear it. The citizens of Tombstone have a responsibility to the many young men who come here seeking work. Let us demonstrate our friendship by offering them a fair chance at jobs and the opportunity to become decent citizens. Tolerance will make our community a better place to live. Well, then it goes on, but that's the idea. What do you think?
Oh, I think the same as you. Just come from a long talk with Judge Parker. We talked about Paul Hayden.
I guess he's the one who started this. The kid needs a break, no doubt about it.
Judge has given him one. He's put him on probation.
Oh, Clay, I think that's an excellent idea.
Of course, there are going to be some problems, but between the two of us, I think we can work them out.
What kind of problems?
Well, as sheriff of Tombstone, I couldn't very well have him paroled in my custody, so I had him paroled in yours.
You did what?
Well, now, just don't go bringing your blood to a boil.
Well, you might have consulted me first.
It never occurred to me that you'd object.
Oh, it never occurred to you. Well, I do. I've got too much to do around here to properly take care of the boy.
Calm down.
No, sir, it's too much responsibility.
Wait a minute. Let me read you something. The citizens of Tombstone have a responsibility to the many young men...
All right. Trapped by my own editorial. Paul, you better start a new paragraph here. Well, hello, Karen. This is a pleasant surprise.
Hello, Mr. Clybourne. I was just passing by and remembered I hadn't renewed my subscription to the paper.
Oh, shucks. I thought perhaps this was a personal call. Oh, excuse me. Paul, having such an attractive young lady in the office almost made me forget my manners. Miss Karen Thomas, this is my new assistant, Paul Hayden.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Thomas.
Hello. Well, I better pay you and run along. I don't want to be late for the bank.
you have a moment, I'll write you out a receipt for this.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Mr. Claiborne. Nice to have met you, Mr. Hayden.
Pleasure.
Karen, wait a minute. I just remembered I have some business at the bank myself. Paul, would you take this over and get me some change for it?
How do you want it?
I don't care. Nickels, dimes, quarters. No reason for you to walk to the bank alone.
You don't mind company?
Oh, I'd be delighted, Mr. Hayden.
Hey, Paul. Well, aren't you something? No need to ask what happened to your paycheck. You're wearing it. Sit down.
Fellow's got a right to buy new duds, hasn't he?
He sure has. But you'll have to admit they're a little fancy to be wearing to work.
As a matter of fact, I was going to ask for the morning off. Karen's coming to town, and...
Sure, Paul. You go ahead.
But we're kind of busy. Sure you can get by without me, all right?
Well, it'll be tough, but I'll try.
Well, now, look who's just leaving. Well, just the man I've been looking for. It's time we settle with this drifter. Nice looking hat. Mind if I look it over for a while? I've been thinking about getting me a new hat.
Fitting that over swelled head of yours is going to be a job. Let's have that hat back.
Sure, drifter. There you are. Put a few ear holes in it for you.
I'm not wearing a gun or I'd give you something to shoot at.
Now, you wanted a gun? There it is.
Leave it, Paul. He's on probation. He can't do any fighting. But I can.
Well, it's all right with me if you want to stick your nose in this.
Is this a private fight or can anybody join in? All right, what's going on?
Never mind, Clay. There's no real harm done.
That's right. The drifter here is on probation. Don't want him getting into trouble.
You want to prefer charges, Harris? I'll lock him up right now.
No. But they pay for the hat.
How much was it?
$5.
It's a pretty expensive target.
It was worth every penny of it. And I got some advice for you, drifter. Keep away from my sister.
And if I don't?
The next time we shoot at that hat, you'll be wearing it.
You should let me lock him up, Harris.
Why? It's never done any good before. A couple of days in jail isn't going to teach them anything.
They bother me again, I'll start their education. And I'll finish it, too.
No, you won't, Paul. You do that and I'll finish it by jailing all of you.
Although Paul Hayden had only been in Tombstone a short time, he had run into trouble with the Thomas brothers twice. There was going to be a third time. He was going to be prepared for it.
Hello, Paul? Been shopping?
Picked up my shirts at the laundry.
Looks like a lot of starch in your shirts. You know, I could swear I just saw you coming out of the gun shop.
Probably some other fellow.
Interesting looking laundry.
The way I look at it, wearing a gun's part of being dressed.
Probation law doesn't agree with you. It says you can't carry a gun or leave town.
Does it say what I'm supposed to do about Rip Thomas and his brothers?
No, but I can tell you. Grin and bear it.
Yeah. They're not pushing you around.
Would you rather serve out your sentence in jail? Look, Paul, you got a good job and you met a nice girl. Could be worse.
I'll keep out of trouble.
All right. And you won't need this. Take it back, get your refund.
Hey, do you know it's almost 8 o'clock? Time we called it a day. Here, you can set this up tomorrow.
Mr. Clyburn, I think I'd like to stay here and finish this tonight.
Oh? Well, if you're going to wait, I will too. I've got plenty I can do.
Mr. Clyburn, go home?
Well, how do you like that? Thrown out of my own office. Say hello to Karen for me.
I hope you don't mind us meeting here like this.
Of course not. Not the most romantic spot you can find, but, well, at least it's private.
Thank you very much, Mr. Clyburn.
Good night, Paul.
Get the shades, Ben. Well, you look surprised, Drifter. Maybe you were expecting someone else.
We told you to stay away from Karen, but you don't hear too good, do you?
Not when you talk.
Well, by the time we're through, maybe you'll learn to listen a lot better. You got off lucky, Drifter. You keep away from Karen, and next time we'll kill you.
Well, there it is. Isn't that a nice mess? No need to guess what happened after you left. I checked Paul's rooming house. He wasn't there. And his horse is missing from the livery stable.
Well, if he's left town, he's in trouble.
The boy would have been just fine if Rip and his brothers had left him alone.
I'll take care of them later. Right now, I'm more concerned about Paul. Harris, where do you keep your rifle?
Here. Well, it was here when I left last night.
We better get out to the Thomas place.
We're just going in town after you, Hollister. Glad you showed up.
I'll bet you are.
Particularly after what happened to my place last night.
Have you seen Paul?
The drifter? No. But when we do...
He was here. And when he left, he took Karen with him.
Now, they couldn't have gone very far, because I heard Karen moving around in the house about an hour ago.
Him running off is a violation of his probation, isn't it, Hollister?
I'll bring him back.
Well, you go right ahead, Sheriff. We'll just look for Karen.
Yeah, and when we find her, if she just happens to be with that drifter, well, that's his tough luck.
Okay, let's go.
We got some ground to cover.
Clay, what happens if he won't go back with us?
He will.
Nice day for a ride. Sure is, Sheriff. And we're going to keep right on enjoying it.
Paul, we've come to take you back to town.
Sorry to disappoint you, Sheriff, but Karen and I are moving on.
Easy, boy. We're out here to help you.
You're a little late.
I don't think so. You said all you wanted was a decent break. Well, you got it. And the first time things got a little bit rough, you turned tail and ran.
So you move to another town. There'll always be a situation that needs facing.
Maybe he's right, Paul. We can't keep wondering and worrying about when my brothers are going to show up. We'd never be happy that way. Let's go back together.
You sure that's what you want, Karen? What about my probation? I wasn't supposed to leave town or carry a gun.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you and Karen just took a canter to the city limits. They're pretty big.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Harris, you take Paul back to the shop.
Karen, I want to ride to the ranch with you. I want to talk to your brothers.
Fine. Awfully angry, Mr. Hollister.
So am I.
You got some mighty fancy explaining to do.
Wait until we get our hands on that drifter.
Look, Karen's back and there's no harm done.
Keep out of this, Hollister. This is a family affair.
That's right. Just because you're wearing a badge doesn't give you the right to keep sticking your nose into our business.
I say it's a good thing he has it on. It gives him protection.
Well, I can always take it off. It's about time somebody taught you three to grow up. Since nobody else has offered to do the job, I'll volunteer.
Hollister, beating you is going to be a pleasure.
You want to try next?
You betcha.
You still feel like fighting after your arm gets well, you know where to find me. I want you and your brothers in my office tomorrow morning at 10. Thanks.
Here they come. All spruced up.
Well, you're right on time. I was going to lock all three of you up. Figured a jail term would do you good. Since the damages to the epitaph office have been paid and Paul here doesn't want to prefer charges, you're free to go.
You mean you ain't gonna press charges?
Sheriff Hollister kept me from going to jail, and I thought I should pass on the favor.
Oh, don't just stand there looking foolish. Shake hands.
I'd like to apologize.
Mom, forget it.
Me too. About time you showed some judgment.
It must have been that licking you gave us. Sort of helped us grow up.
Yeah, the hard way. Speaking of growing up, we all look a little older today.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. November 29, 1883. Whenever Doc Cunningham broke into a run, it was certain to be a matter of life or death.
Clay, Tom Belden's been shot.
Where is he? How bad's he hurt?
Cottonwood Canyon Trail. Well, he's in bad shape. The payroll money for the ranch is gone, too.
That figures. Why didn't you bring him in?
He's hurt too bad. He must have laid there all night. Miss Belden told me to go out looking for him.
All right. Quint, you keep an eye on things around here.
All right, Clay.
Doc, you and Riker get a buckboard. We'll need it to bring Tom in.
You don't mind if the epitaph rides along?
Not if it rides fast.
The morning of November 29, 1883. Tom Belden's assailant had done his work well.
He's dead. You said he was conscious briefly when you found him. Did he say anything?
He could hardly talk. All he said was, masked man rode a sorrel horse.
How much would the ranch payroll amount to?
I guess it tallied out to around $1,500.
Let's get him on the wagon. Hey, Doc. Got any plaster of Paris in the bag?
Why, yeah, I guess so. About a pound or so.
Thanks.
What are you going to do with that?
The man that shot Belden was riding a lame horse. Take a look at that hoof print. Wasn't made by Belden's horse. You notice anything odd about it?
Yeah, one hole seems to have a nail missing.
That's right. Left front hoof. The horse was favoring it. Print isn't as deep as the others.
I still don't see what that's got to do with plaster of Paris.
I'll show you. You're about to witness the latest wrinkle in detection as practiced by the French Sûreté.
The what?
I read about it in Leslie's Monthly. It's called moulage, making plaster casts out of footprints and other things.
How much longer do you think it'll be?
Should be ready pretty quick now.
Say, Clay, do you think that Belden could have been killed by his foreman?
Ben Riker?
He's got a bad record, you know.
I know.
The business of him coming in for the dock and guiding us back here.
I'll talk to him. Perfect. Look at that. Every detail sharp and clear. You can even see that little triangular gouge in the frog of the hoof. Yeah. Come on, let's get back to town.
I want you to know, Sheriff, I don't hold no hard feelings. On account of you might have figured that I bushwhacked the boss. What with my background.
I have to check all the angles, Riker.
I know that. And I reckon it looked as though I could have done it. I liked my boss. I'd give my right arm from here on out to see the snake that killed him dangling at the end of a rope.
Maybe you will.
Well, if you want me, you know where to find me.
Don't worry. If I want you, I'll find you.
Gentry. Hello, Sheriff. Obliged if you take a look at this for me.
Sure, what is it?
Plaster cast of a hoof print.
Well, so it is. You ever seen that shoe before?
Would it matter if I have or haven't?
Might make the difference in whether or not I catch the man that killed Tom Belden.
Tom Belden of the Box B?
That's right. Mean anything to you?
Being a law-abiding citizen, Sheriff, I want to tell the truth. But if I do, I'm as good as accusing a man of murder.
Then you do recognize it.
I put that shoe on Asa Sibley's horse just a couple of days ago.
Are you sure it's the same one?
You see that missing nail?
Huh?
I left it out of purpose. Sibley's horse had a corn in his hoof. That nail would have gone right into it. I left it out to give the corn a chance to heal.
Well, couldn't it be some other shoe that just happened to be missing a nail?
Ain't a blacksmith around worth his salt that can't tell every shoe he ever made. By the shapings of it, even the hammer markings. That's my shoe, and I put it on Asa Sibley's horse.
Thanks.
Welcome.
That's a real nice chestnut. You figure the owner might want to sell?
No, I don't figure so. I'm the owner.
I can't say as I blame you.
I can do without visitors.
You always greet him with a rifle, Sibley?
All the friends I ever had stole me blind sooner or later.
I'm not in what you could call a friendly mood. I'm Clay Hollister, sheriff of Tombstone. I'm here on business.
What business?
Tom Belden was killed yesterday afternoon. Hoof prints at the scene of the shooting could have been made by your horse.
Well, that's a lie. I ain't been out of this place in 2 days.
Can you prove it?
No. I live by myself.
2 days, huh? Is that when you took your horse in to be shod?
Well, what if it was?
Gantry shod your horse with the shoe that made the incriminating print.
He said that? Then he's a liar. And you're a liar. You're out to get me, the lot of you. Sheriff?
Put down the gun, Sibley.
Now you get back on that horse and get out of here. I ain't done nothing. Now you get.
You're calling it.
I don't like it. But if you have to have it the hard way, I'll oblige. You let go. You let go of me. Hey! What? You have no right. I'll get even with you, sir. Suppose it makes no difference to you that you got the wrong man.
Maybe the wrong man, but it looks like you own the right horse.
Sheriff.
What'd you have to do, kill him?
No, it turned out he was the wrong man.
Wrong man. But that plaster cast showed a nail missing from the shoe.
Yeah? We made a mistake. Sibley's horse does have a nail missing from one shoe, but the shoe itself doesn't match the cast. Thanks for your help anyway.
Yeah.
You wanted to see me, Gantry?
Likely to be the other way around, if you hear what I've got to say.
About what?
About who killed Belden?
What do you mean?
I mean, I know who killed Belden. So does Hollister, only he's not doing anything about it.
How do you know all about this?
Hollister was here with a plaster cast of the hoof print of the horse the murderer was riding. I knew who owned that horse. I told Hollister, and he went out to see the man. He came back alone, though.
Who was it?
The horse belonged to Asa Sibley.
I'm going to go out there and kill him myself.
No, Riker. That's not the way. You'll just wind up on the end of a rope. Now, Belden had a lot of friends, and they'll feel like we do once we tell them about it.
Gantry and Ben Riker are spreading lynch talk against Sibley all over town.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, what's worse, they're getting plenty of listeners. I don't like it.
I don't either, so I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to put Sibley under protective custody. I'll feel better with him in a cell instead of out on that sage patch of his.
He's a funny old duck. What if he won't cooperate?
He will. I think he's had his belly full of not cooperating.
The afternoon of November 29, 1883. Asa Sibley had no mind or stomach for one of Tombstone's jail cells. But whether by recollection of the sheriff's fists or by the persuasiveness of his arguments, the sodbuster finally gave in.
Looks like I win again. You want to play for a penny a point?
Oh, thank you. Can't have the deputy making more money than the sheriff. Hey, were you ever a dealer? A crooked one, maybe?
They tell me you got that murdering Sibley in jail here.
Yeah, Sibley's here.
Well, then you changed your mind? You're going to make him pay for killing the boss?
No, Riker, Sibley didn't do it. He's innocent. But you and Gantry have been spreading lynch talk. And I'm taking no chances on mob action.
Well, you got a lot of gall to stand there and tell me you're protecting him.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, what about Tom Belden?
You just take it easy, boy.
Take it easy? Hollister, you know what Tom Belden did for me? You know what I was when he took me on as a hand?
Yeah, Tom was a good judge of horses, cattle, and men. He made no mistake on you, Ben. Don't you make a mistake now.
Well, I ain't gonna wait for no lynch mob.
I'll just keep this for you until you cool down. Quint, see that he stays out of trouble.
On the surface, Tombstone was calm. But in the saloons and gambling halls, there was ferment. Gantry and Riker had done their job well. The situation was explosive. And all it needed now was a spark to set it off.
Harris.
Oh, morning, Clay.
I want you to do something for me.
What is it?
I want you to go down to Gantry's blacksmith shop and get him up here to the printing plant on some pretext. And keep him here as long as you can.
Gantry, what for?
Because he was wrong about that hoof print belonging to Sibley's horse. He was wrong or he lied. There's only one logical reason for him to lie. To cover himself. Besides, there's something else. Gantry owns a chestnut horse. To a dying man, that could look the same color as sorrow. Well, how about it? Will you do it for me?
When?
Right now. You give me about 5 minutes head start and go into your act. Tell Gantry that, tell him that the press broke down. You need him to repair it.
All right. But you just remember, that gantry is about twice as big as I am. That makes me a prime candidate for Doc Cunningham. Or for Jake Riddle, the Undertaker.
Well, Harris, I have complete confidence in you.
Well, I wish I could say the same.
Owen, if there's any trouble, you stay out of it.
Afternoon.
Howdy.
Gantry, I've got myself in something of a fix. I wonder if you could help me out.
Well, none of us right now, I can't.
Oh, listen, man, I got a copy of the newspaper to get out today. And the bed of that press won't seem to move one way or another. One of the rollers is either jammed or cracked.
Well, I'd like to help you, but I got to get this wheel out.
Well, it won't take you but a minute, Gantry. To look at it, if it looks like too big a job, you can just forget about it.
Well, I guess I can spare a minute.
Well, I'm sure much obliged to you. I don't like to miss an edition if I don't have to.
Nothing wrong with that press. Gears, bed bearers, nothing. Say, you haven't been stalling me, just trying to keep me here, have you?
Of course not. Why would I do a thing like that?
I don't know, but if it turns out you have, I'll come back to take things apart, not to fix them. Looking for something, Hollister?
I'm looking for something.
What?
Money you stole from Belden after you killed him.
What are you talking about? You know Asa Sibley killed Belden.
No, Gantry. When Sibley brought a lame horse into you, and you left a nail out of its shoe, you saw a golden opportunity to pull a job that you'd been thinking about for a long time.
Oh, I'll talk. I ain't gonna listen to it.
Tom Belden paid his hands off like clockwork. He came to the bank a certain day of every month, certain hour of the day. Your job on Sibley's horse coincided. So you fixed up a shoe on your own horse, missing a nail, and went out to waylay Belden. He was right on time, as usual.
You said the murderer's horse was lame. My horse ain't lame.
No, not now. You were smarter there than I gave you credit for, Gantry. How'd you fake it? With a wedge pressing into the frog or a piece of wire around the ankle?
You can't prove a thing.
Yes, I can. The moulage I made doesn't match the shoe on your horse now because you got panicky and put on a new one. But the cast does show a little triangular gouge your horse has in the frog of his hoof. And I found that horseshoe, the one you tried to destroy.
Drop your gun bell, lawman.
That the gun that killed Tom Belden? You better think twice about this, Gantry. Gunshot in here will bring a crowd running. How'll you explain it?
I'm going to shoot you in the back, Hollister. Then I can say it was a mistake. I saw you in here and thought you were a thief. Now turn around.
He had Belden's money on him all the time. Where were you, Harris? Could have used a little help.
I try to keep those jail cells clean and ship-shape, but they're no substitute for home, huh, Sibley?
Well, thanks for all you done for me, Sheriff.
Sibley, I came pretty close to making a jackass out of myself, or worse.
Well, whatever you done it for Belden.
No, listen, a man lives lonely and solitary like you do. Well, it ain't right for a man to live that way, and, well, there's other places he could be useful.
Will you offer me a job, Riker?
Well, now, don't go thinking it's charity, because it ain't.
Well, I'll think about it.
You do that.
Well, if anyone needs proof that the age of miracles isn't past, there it is.
Yeah, they are kind of an unlikely pair. This goes to show you never can tell.
Say, Harris, how about a game of cribbage?
Sheriff, now you are in trouble.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Another cave-in deep in the muddy shale tunnel of Gurney Mine Number 5.
There's no need for the sheriff to go in so far.
No, probably couldn't find any more of them.
He's still breathing. Drive him into town easy as you can. That's all there are. Carl Vogel won't be coming out. All accounted for, Hollister? Yeah, except for Vogel. Tunnel caved in at least 50 feet this side of where he was working.
Get the rest of them back to work, Mr. Jameson. I want a new shaft north from the cave-in.
You're not sending them back into that death trap, are you?
This is the third cave-in this spring. 7 men, Mr. Gurney.
I'm not forcing anybody to work for me. If they can find other jobs, let them. Get started, Mr. Jameson.
All right, men. Let's get moving. Back to work, everybody.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. Another mine disaster in Tombstone. Anson Gurney, owner of the mine, had a ready answer. Open another shaft, continue the work at any price, including human life.
Harris, there has to be a law to stop these disasters. In Gurney's mine and all the mines.
A man can't be without reason.
He's without conscience. How can we get a law? Territorial legislature isn't in session. And, of course, with Gurney's influence. You know, the rest of the territory isn't interested. Even Tombstone doesn't care, except for the miners and their widows.
Oh, we can make them care. We'll write out the provisions of a law and let the epitaph sell it.
Well, we can try it. Maybe we can scare Gurney into closing up number 5.
Anybody you two could scare couldn't amount to much. Just collecting my daily salary, Sheriff. In case I want to see me some new country, I don't want to be bothered hunting up His Honor the Editor to collect what's coming to me.
Fred, why don't you settle down?
Oh, I never stay in one town more than a month. Now, if you two fellas can hang on to me for, say 2 more weeks, you will have broken the record.
Why don't you hang it up? There's another nail.
And get dust all over it?
You know, Fred, if you'd settle down for a while and stay on, you could afford to buy yourself a new hat.
That hat was given to me by none other than Horace Greeley himself. Why don't you go arrest somebody, Sheriff? We got work to do.
I'm going to go check on the office, Harris. After that, we'll go lay on the line for Gurney.
You better remake the front page, Fred.
Another cave-in?
Fred, the sheriff and the epitaph are going to wage a fight for mine safety legislation. Why don't you stick around and help us?
I'm a printer. I'll never be killed in a mine cave-in.
Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time, Sheriff. There's no law that compels me to spend $100,000 to timber a tunnel that won't yield 50.
But, Mr. Gurney, I'm not talking as the law. I'm just a plain citizen asking you either to close number 5 or make it safe.
Your number 3's no safer, Mr. Gurney. Neither is number 8. Underground seepage from the San Pedro River has turned them both into wet, crumbling honeycombs.
Underground seepage.
Have you ever studied the geology of this area, Mr. Jameson? There's a network of tributary streams running under all of the Tombstone diggings.
We've never had any trouble in 3 or 8.
Why, of course not. And when we do, if we do, we'll spend what's necessary to keep them producing. That satisfy you, gentlemen?
No, Mr. Gurney, it doesn't. The territorial legislature can force you to make those mines safe or close them before there's trouble.
Well, I'm afraid the Cochise County representatives won't see the necessity.
People will. The epitaph's going to tell them about it.
Well, if Mr. Clyburn wants to take that sort of advantage...
You're welcome to space in the epitaph, Mr. Gurney. I, for one, would be interested in how you explain your lack of concern for the men who work your mines.
Well, I might take you up on that offer. But in the meantime, let's see what you print.
I guess I finally taught you how to write a headline.
You better look at this.
That's a lot of signatures, Mr. Gurney.
Well, then a few $1,000s spent to nullify them is very little. The territorial legislature goes back into session in a week. The Cochise County boys are not introducing mine safety legislation.
The epitaph's got circulation all around the territory.
Circulation, yes. But no influence. Where it counts.
Well, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. Read this.
From the governor. Epitaph proposals deserve immediate legislative action. Suggest you meet in Tucson Thursday with delegates from Pima, Maricopa, Gila, and Coconino counties. Assure you sympathetic hearing and my personal backing. Harris, we got him licked.
Close to it, I'd say.
Thought you might be interested, Sheriff. His Honor the Editor dashed off someplace like his coattail was embroidered with dynamite.
You sure didn't waste any time getting these out.
Epitaph will meet top lawmakers. I'm going to deliver a couple of these myself. Mr. Gurney. I was just coming out to your place.
Well, Clyburn will be in Tucson until Friday. Well, at least we'll be spared this sort of sensationalism for a couple of days.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Gurney, but the epitaph will be coming out just as usual.
I don't think I've had the pleasure, gents. What's this all about?
I'm Anson Gurney. Your editor offered me space in the paper whenever I wanted it.
He has a habit of playing square.
I'm taking that space right now. Front page. Oh, you'll notice the article says, by Harris Clyburn. Well, that's right. It's all about me. Sort of a reflection of Clyburn's own opinion.
If I print this under Clyburn's byline, you'll have a libel suit against him. A pip of the libel suit.
Exactly. A libel suit that'll discredit everything he's written about my mines. One that'll drive the epitaph right out of business. Sheriff?
He makes his rounds about 2 or 3 o'clock. He probably won't stop in.
And again, he might. One wrong move out of you and both of you get it. One wrong move.
Fred!
Look, I'm busy. I got a paper to get out.
Yeah. Any word from Harris?
Look, why don't you go arrest somebody, Sheriff?
You know, now I know why you never stay anyplace very long. You're antisocial.
Put one in the window.
All right, fine. Now, how'd you like $500 and a fast horse? Well, take it.
That's Clyburn's. $500 in a fast horse. I'd drive a sharp bargain.
Go ahead, Mr. Jameson.
Dynamite?
When the men come to work, Mr. Jameson, a blast now might attract attention.
It just couldn't have gone better, Clay. The bill will be introduced at the opening session of the legislature, and it's sure to pass.
If we keep on fighting.
Hey, I'll hand it to you, Mr. Editor. You really call a spade a spade.
April 12, 1883. The latest edition of the Epitaph had come out with a libelous front-page story about Anson Gurney and his mining operations. And the man responsible for the printing of the story had disappeared.
He skipped town, all right. Wasn't at the boarding house. Nobody's seen him. I guess I'll just have to send out his description on the telegraph.
Oh, let him go. Wouldn't do any good if we found him. The damage is done. As editor and publisher, I'm legally responsible for everything the Epitaph prints.
Hmm?
Why? Why would he do it? I would have trusted that old fellow with my...
Get in there about 20, 30 feet and touch it off. Understand? I told you Mr. Gurney wants number 5 closed. You still got jobs. Report number 3 as soon as we're through here.
What's going on?
Routine blasting, Sheriff.
Since when has it been routine for Gurney to shut off a mine that might have a dime's worth of ore left in it?
Mr. Gurney and I don't want to expose our miners to any danger.
You're a little bit late. About 3 cave-ins too late?
You and your editor friend have been working up a big head of steam for nothing.
Gentlemen?
I believe you know Martin Tyre.
Yes, indeed, Mr. Tyre.
I just retained him as my attorney.
Mr. Tyre, I don't deny my responsibility. I do deny any prior knowledge of that article. I was in Tucson when it appeared. Now, I'll be happy to print a retraction.
I demand legal vindication.
Your vicious irresponsibility is going to be exposed to the entire territory. I'm filing suit in Mr. Gurney's behalf for $100,000.
Counselor?
I'll need you later, Sheriff. I want you to serve a summons.
How much do they want?
$100,000. Man, I couldn't even meet a judgment for $5,000.
Well, maybe you won't have to.
Well, I wish you could tell me how.
Look, Harris. Fred wouldn't leave town without his hat and his watch unless he couldn't help himself. There's only one logical explanation for this. Gurney is trying to kill our mine legislation, and with you in Tucson, he saw his chance. I think he forced Fred to print that article and then killed him.
Well, what makes you think that? If he killed him, where's the body?
They've sealed off Gurney number 5 with dynamite. Sealed it off for good just before I got there.
Well, then, if your hunch is right, Fred's body's in that mine shaft.
Yeah. What good's a hunch you can't prove? But I got another hunch. After I left the mine, I rode over to the San Pedro River. I found what I was looking for. A man's body was hung up in the rocks.
Whose? Fred's? I thought you said you didn't find him.
It wasn't Fred's. But if my hunch is going to pay off, I'll need his hat and a bucket of water.
Both of them this time. It's the second time Hollis has been out today.
Think they'll find anything, Mr. Jameson?
Nothing. There's nothing they can find.
Well, then don't act like there was. Don't get bluffed out of a stake we've already won. We'll have to kind of play this by ear, Harris.
Right.
Out looking for news, Clybourne?
So you finally sealed it off, Gurney.
Tight as a drum.
And the epitaph accomplished something after all.
Clybourne, you don't want to face a libel suit and judgment you can't possibly pay, do you? I might make a deal with you.
I'll listen.
First, you'll make your statement that everything you printed about me was a lie.
I've offered to print a retraction for what appeared in my newspaper. Your lawyer wouldn't hear of it.
And after you've done that, I'm going to buy the epitaph from you for $1 cash.
Thanks. I think I'll take my chance in open court.
Well, I tried, Mr. Jameson. Let him try to pay off a $100,000 judgment. There's one other matter, Mr. Gurney. I found a body this morning. Oh, really? Where? Floating in the San Pedro River. Well, perhaps then you should be doing what you usually do under these circumstances. I want to show you something. Harris, would you? You know, I always thought that there was an underground stream just below that shaft. A stream running straight into the San Pedro. Thanks, Harris. Still wet. Whose is it? Belonged to an old printer on the epitaph. And there are 50 men in town will swear that Fred Ellis never went anywhere without it. So he fell in the San Pedro and was drowned. Fell in? No, I don't think so, Mr. Gurney. And I can prove it by comparing some bullets. Jameson, give me your gun.
My gun?
You're the kind that follows orders and gets charged with murder.
Gurney, what are we going to do?
He's going to go to trial, just like you will. Harris, give me a knife.
me. Using your dynamite on you just like you and Jameson did to seal in the old man's body. The 22nd fuse. Oh, your gun out first if you're coming. Maybe you'd like to die like you let your miners die in a cave-in. I'm coming out! Put it out! Put it out!
Put it out yourself. It's just a fuse. But it's gonna blow a confession out of you.
Jameson killed him. I didn't do it.
Jameson did what you told him to. He wasn't smart enough to plant that article in the epitaph. Oh, by the way, the man that you and Jameson murdered's still in the mine.
But the body in the river.
There was a body. And in a way, you killed him, too. We couldn't find Carl Vogel after that cave-in last week, you remember?
When they pass those mine safety regulations, I'll send you a copy of the epitaph announcing it.
Don't trouble yourself.
Well, it's no trouble. I've got a wide distribution, even as far as Yuma Prison.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Town to bed.
How you doing, Rusty?
Good evening, Sheriff. Or is it morning?
Straight up. Take your pick.
Well, it's good morning.
How's business?
Mighty quiet tonight.
Huh? That's just the way I like it. Quiet.
Sorry, mister, but I'm closing.
But I want to play. You heard me.
Yeah, I heard you. How many chips do you want?
No chips, just one hand, $100.
It's your money.
Yeah, that's right.
What goes?
Like you said earlier, it's my money.
But you lost.
No. You dealt from the bottom of the deck.
Listen, mister, I've been dealing here in Tombstone for 2 years, and nobody, never accused me.
Maybe you're dealing your own tombstone right now.
Not armed.
You threw a bottle at me, mister. Bottle's a lethal weapon. Let go. Sorry, Sheriff. You caught me by surprise.
You're awful eager to shoot an unarmed man.
Unarmed? He tried to kill me.
I know Rusty better than that. He might have tried to defend himself, but kill you? No.
Well, maybe I was a little hasty. But you know how it is, Sheriff. A fellow just gets into town, people try to take advantage of him. And I've learned there's not much law in these frontier towns. Man has to shoot first and ask questions later.
Not in Tombstone, Mr.
Sanders. Vince Sanders.
Well, Mr. Sanders, you better take a tight rein on that temper of yours. We don't like loose gunplay.
What about my money?
How about it, Rusty?
He bet $100 and lost to claim I dealt off the bottom.
Oh, you got the wrong man, mister. Rusty doesn't bottom deal. Now, why don't you just take your original bet and go home to bed? It's all right with Rusty.
Sure. I was ready to go to bed an hour ago.
I thought you said it was a quiet night.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened. In the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. June 4, 1882. The stage from Denver arrived in Tombstone ahead of schedule.
Oh, hello, Harris. Say, I thought you were going to meet the stage today. Isn't Bert McGraw due in?
Yeah, I thought you might want to come along. Stage is due any minute.
Oh, that's a good idea. I can stop by Hatch's on the way back, get a bite to eat.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all. As a matter of fact, things are improving around here. What, Bert, welcome home.
Hi, fellas. We were just going to meet you. You two are the first to know. Gentlemen, this is Jeannie, otherwise known as Mrs. Bert McGraw. Jeannie, Sheriff Hollister, Mr. Clyburn of the Epitaph.
How do you do, gentlemen?
Well, congratulations. When did all this happen?
Day before we left Denver.
I'm afraid you're going to have to forgive the editor's staring, ma'am. It's just we don't have such pretty newcomers around here often.
Congratulations, Bert. You're a lucky man.
I think Harris is afraid he's just lost his best chess opponent.
We'll still have our chess games.
I hope you enjoy living in Tombstone, Miss McGraw.
Oh, I'm sure I will, Sheriff.
We'll do our best to see that you do.
Thank you.
Come on, Bert. Help you with the bags.
Jeannie McGraw had arrived in Tombstone on the noon stage from Denver, unknown. Nobody knew at the time that she was someone the town would never forget.
Yeah, how about that? Never thought old Bert McGraw would get himself roped in a double harness.
Yeah.
Well, you don't sound too happy about it. Matter of fact, I'd say you're acting downright grumpy.
Clay, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I have a notion I've seen that woman before somewhere.
Oh, you've been to Denver.
I don't know where, or when, or under what circumstances. But it bothers me.
Well, you know, there's something bothers me, too. The way she was staring at that Vince Sanders across the street.
Vince Sanders?
Yeah.
Oh, the fellow came into town yesterday.
Yeah, and an hour after he rode in, he started a big free-for-all down at the Oriental. Accused one of the dealers of cheating.
You think she knows him?
I don't know. Probably not.
Where are you going?
Look for some real trouble instead of dreaming it up.
about me, man?
Leave me alone.
You don't really mean that, do you?
Sanders!
Leave the lady alone like she told you.
Just as you say, Sheriff. This time.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Oh, Miss McGraw, you know that man?
Well, I'd rather not discuss it. Excuse me.
Now, this little gal I was talking about from Denver. She loved me. Wanted to marry me. But she decided she'd marry someone with lots of money. So she did. Oh, it won't last. This fella she married is old. She'll get tired of him. She's mine! She always was. Evening, McGraw. I thought the happy bridegroom would have lots better things to do than hang around saloons.
I heard you were talking like that. All over town.
Ain't you never heard of freedom of speech, McGraw?
You keep that foul mouth shut, or I'll shut it for you. For good, you hear that?
Maybe you'd really like to make something of it.
You can't talk about my wife like that or bluff me either. Now, I'm warning you.
McGraw, you ain't never gonna get out that door alive.
Put it away, Sanders.
You've been pushing me, Hollister.
Go home, Bert.
But look,
I said go home. I know what you've been doing, Sanders. That's why I'm here. You leave the McGraws alone, or I'll throw you out of town.
Sure, Hollister. Anything you say.
You wanted to see me?
Hello, Clay. Yeah. I heard about that run-in between Vince Sanders and Bert McGraw.
Oh.
And then I remembered where I'd seen Jeannie McGraw before.
Where?
Here, see what you think.
A Santa Fe paper dated 6 months ago?
Look at the picture there on the front page.
Oh, yeah. Woman widowed for the second time in 2 years. This article doesn't come right out and say it, but it practically accuses her of legalized murder.
Twice she married an older, well-to-do man from some small western town. Both times the husband was killed by a stranger in what was called a fair fight. What more do you need?
Well, even though this picture does look like McGraw's bride, I can't act officially until I know for sure.
Well, you better do that fast. If this woman is Jeannie and Vince Sanders is her partner, Bert McGraw is living in the shadow of Boot Hill.
All right. You wire the Santa Fe paper for more detailed information. I'll go talk to McGraw.
Sheriff Hollister.
Ma'am.
Nice of you to come by. Sit down. Let me get you something.
Oh, no, thanks. I want to talk to Bert.
Well, he's not here.
Well, could you tell me where he is?
He's on the other side of the hill, dynamiting stumps for grazing land.
Thank you.
Well, Sheriff, what do you want to talk to him about? Maybe I could help.
Yeah, maybe you could. Did you hear about what happened last night in town?
You mean men brawling? I hear you have a lot of that in Tombstone, Sheriff.
Mrs. McGraw, you know Vince Sanders, don't you?
I've already discussed that with my husband.
One more thing, Mrs. McGraw.
I have chores, Sheriff.
Mrs. McGraw, were you ever married before?
Morning, Bert. Morning, Clay.
You better be careful. That's pretty dangerous stuff you're working with.
Take forever to dig this stump out. This stuff does it in a few minutes.
Say, Bert, you've known me long enough to know that I'm not a busybody.
So?
So your wife practically admitted to me that she knows this Vince Sanders. She said she discussed it with you.
That's right. She's got nothing to hide. Sanders is in love with her. Followed her here to Tombstone. Won't leave her alone. And I'm warning you, Clay. If he bothers her again, if he even goes near Jeannie, I'll kill him.
Oh, no, Bert. That's just what Sanders wants. That'll give him an excuse to kill you and claim self-defense. You wouldn't have a chance against a professional gunslinger like him.
Now, listen, Clay. What is it? Somebody tried to shoot at me.
Not you, the dynamite.
He got away.
Vince Sanders, Clay?
That's my guess.
And he's out to get me now. Any way he can. So he can have Jeannie.
Yeah.
An attempt had been made on Bert McGraw's life, one calculated to kill Clay Hollister at the same time, if it had been successful. The sheriff of Tombstone had an idea as to the identity of the killer, but he didn't have proof.
Harris, you got any answers?
Harris! What happened?
Oh, hello, Clay.
Were you all right?
Oh, sure. Perfectly all right. Considering somebody tried to bash my skull in.
Who did it?
I guess it was our friend Vince Sanders. I came in, found a wire from Santa Fe pushed under the door. I bent over to pick it up, and wham! I never even got a chance to read it.
Well, don't worry about the wire. I don't think we'll need it.
Why not?
Because Sanders has practically proven that we're right. I'm almost sure that he tried to kill McGraw and me.
Where? When?
I'll tell you later. Right now, I'm going to get Sanders. He's got a lot of questions to answer.
Not without me. I've acquired a personal interest in Mr. Vince Sanders. Vince Sanders was a step ahead of us. The hotel clerk said he had checked out several hours before, claiming he was leaving town.
Well, I doubt if he'd cleared out for good or he wouldn't have worried about that wire.
Where do you suppose he's gone?
Take direct action against his target, Bert McGraw. Let's go.
Hey, old-timer. McGraw home?
No, he's out at the line camp shack on Stony Hills. You just missed him, Sheriff.
How about Mrs. McGraw? She here?
She's out there, too. She rode out first. Left a message for Mr. McGraw that she was riding out to say goodbye to a friend that's leaving the territory.
Vince, he'll kill Bert and nobody to witness it but Jeannie.
And she'll testify it was a fair fight.
Yeah, let's go.
No sign of him. He must have been farther ahead of us than I thought. Still about 5 miles to that shack. Uh-huh. We'll take that dry riverbed. We can cut off a mile that way. Come on.
Here he comes. Looks like he got you a message. Now he's gonna get mine.
Vince, don't you mess with him. You shoot him as soon as he comes in that door.
Don't you worry about me. You just stand right here so he thinks you're alone.
Bert,
Where is he?
where's who?
You know who. How long ago did he leave?
He didn't.
You understand us. Fight for her.
Aaron, cover me just in case.
I wouldn't dirty my hands.
Well, stop stalling and shoot him.
I just want to see him suffer a little bit.
Bert? I'm sorry, Bert.
Sorry he's dead, you mean?
No. No, I'm not. Please don't look at me like that. You can forgive me. You've got to forgive me. I'll make up for it some way. Please, Bert, please. Bert, come back! All right, then, go on. I don't need you. But remember that I'm still your wife. And half of everything you own is legally mine. Your land and your money, that's all I ever wanted anyway.
You don't even have that anymore.
What do you mean?
This wire I just got from the Santa Fe press. They just completed an investigation on you and your friend here. It seems that you were originally married to Sanders, and you never divorced him. So you were never legally married to Bert or to any of the others. You're getting to be a pretty good newspaper man, Harris. What's so interesting out there?
Bert McGraw.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he'd be snapping out of it by now.
You need something to jar him out of it.
What did you?
Hey, you, we got a new ordinance in town. No wool gathering in the middle of the day.
Hello, Clay. Oh, say, you hear about the new chess champion?
Chess champion? Yeah, of Tombstone. He claims it's official. Even proclaiming it in the newspaper.
Who?
Harris. He says there are no challengers. Well, none worth their salt, anyway.
Why,
I know what you're doing, Clay. I'll get around to playing chess.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Now, baby, will you stop worrying? There's nothing to be afraid of.
Are you sure, Frank? I can't help being scared.
Have I ever lied to you?
My lawyer's working on an appeal right now. He'll take it direct to the territorial governor. He feels there's a very good chance he can get a reduction of your sentence.
Perhaps even a pardon.
But what if he can't?
At the very worst, you'll have to serve 18 months. Baby, I said at the very worst.
Whether it's 18 days or 18 months, I'll be working for you all the way.
That's a promise, Renee.
You'll write to me.
Sure.
Time's up, Fallon.
What's the hurry, Sheriff?
You asked for 5 minutes, you've had it. The sooner she gets to Yuma, the sooner her time starts. And maybe she'll find out what kind of a deal you roped her into.
You're pretty free with your mouth, aren't you?
You know you're the one I should be taking to Yuma.
Suspect what you like, Sheriff. Proving it, that is something else.
We'll see. Out.
I'll be working for you, day and night.
I'll be working, too. Like you said, proving it is the important part. You better get some rest. We'll be leaving in half an hour.
An action factual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Renee Carter had been tried and found guilty of armed robbery and assault in a recent Tombstone holdup. Sheriff Clay Hollister was preparing to deliver her to the territorial prison at Yuma, where she had been ordered to serve a sentence of 18 months for committing the crime.
Oh, Harris.
Expecting trouble?
I hope not.
How's she taking it?
Yeah, she still expects Fallon to get her sentence reduced or commuted.
And they'll live happily ever after, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Clay?
Yeah? I know how you feel about Fallon, and I agree he's no good, but...
But what?
Well, it is possible he had nothing to do with robbing and slugging Rogers. Maybe the girl's story is true. She did it by herself.
Harris, what did Doc Cunningham say about Rogers' injuries?
Just that he was hit with something heavy.
Hard enough to fracture his skull. Not one blow, but 4. Lacerations on his scalp prove that.
What's your point?
I've known some pretty hardcore women in my time. I just don't think that Renee Carter's one of them.
Well, her purse was found practically under his body.
That proves that she was there, but not that she did the beating.
Well, if she didn't, she's crazy to stick with that story. Rogers is still in critical condition. Doc Cunningham gives him less than a 50-50 chance. If Rogers dies...
I know. The charge against her would be murder.
What are we waiting for?
Nothing at all. See you at the end of the week.
Right.
Prezzo. Whoop.
Guess you ain't very sentimental. Just rode by the law coming into town. Looked like they were taking your girlfriend to Yuma prison.
Couldn't be. My girlfriend's right here. Pour us a drink, will you, honey?
Boy, you sure are something, Frank.
That's right. Don't you ever forget it.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little bit hungry. Well, come on. A little food will do you some good. You can rest inside out of the sun.
How far are we going today?
Pantano. Spend the night there, get an early start in the morning.
Will I have to stay in the jail there overnight?
I'm afraid the county doesn't provide funds for hotel rooms, even for female prisoners.
Sheriff? Is Yuma very bad?
It's a prison, Miss Carter. 2 years can seem like an awful long time in a place like Yuma.
Frank will get me out.
Maybe. Must be quite a man, this Frank fella.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing in particular. Just thinking out loud. Wondering, you might say.
About what?
About what Fallon must have offered you to get you to risk being hanged.
Hanged?
Sure. Rogers dies, it's murder.
He is going to die.
He's still in a coma. He may never recover consciousness. About time we got going.
Sheriff,
Yes, ma'am?
if that man, Rogers, if he does die,
You'll be brought back to Tombstone to stand trial for murder.
he wouldn't.
Yes, they would. And Fallon will let you take that rap, too. Yeah, he's quite a man.
You don't give up, do you, Sheriff?
Nope.
Oh, Clay, how are you?
Dave?
Is this your prisoner?
Yeah? Renee Carter.
Well, I'll be.
Would you lock me up now, Marshal? I'm tired. I'd like to be alone.
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure, ma'am. I mean, right this way, miss. We don't get many women here, miss. If you need anything, miss, just holler.
She will. Some blankets draped around the bars.
Hmm?
Give the lady some privacy.
Oh, sure.
Dave. Huh? The door.
There you are, gentlemen. Read 'em and weep.
Tough luck, fella.
You brought me luck, baby.
By the looks of that stack, Fallon, there must be some truth to the old adage about gamblers.
What are you talking about?
Lucky at cards, unlucky in love.
Your eyes must be going bad, Clyburn.
I've just come from the telegraph office.
Some other time, newsman. How about some blackjack?
Judge Leary sent a telegraph order to the sheriff. The order was for Hollister to bring Renee Carter back to Tombstone.
Bring her back?
To stand trial for murder.
Rogers
died this afternoon. I thought you'd like to know.
It's got nothing to do with me.
I was under the impression Renee Carter was a friend of yours.
When it comes to murder, Clyburn, I've got no friends. Male or female.
Too bad. She's gonna need a friend. Maybe when she finds out she hasn't got one, she'll change her mind.
About what, Editor?
About a lot of things. Ought to be a very interesting trial. Good evening, gentlemen.
Not now, not now.
I don't like it, Fallon.
She isn't back yet.
Carter,
I'm ready.
take your time. You're going to be here for a while.
Why?
I got a couple of wires. One last night and one this morning. The first was from Judge Leary ordering you back to Tombstone. Rogers died yesterday.
Oh, no.
The second was from a friend of mine. It seems that Fallon and Blake left Tombstone this morning, headed in this direction.
Frank's coming to help me. Maybe the governor has approved my appeal.
There hasn't been time for that. Fallon isn't coming to help you. He's going to try to kill you.
July 8, 1889. The road to Pantano, Arizona Territory.
I spotted a dozen good places, Frank. We keep going, we'll be clear to Pantano.
I know what I'm doing. There's a spot about 10 miles this side of Pantano. Road cuts off in the hills. A lot of big boulders.
All right, you're the boss.
Well, it took some doing, but I got it.
Yeah, that ought to do just fine. I'd like to borrow your hat and cape for a few hours.
What for?
It's a little plan I've got to prove to you how much Fallon really thinks of you.
What do you mean?
You think he's going to save you. I think he's going to kill you.
Still trying, Sheriff.
You ought to be glad he is, miss.
You see, I figure if I can prove to you that Fallon is using you to save his neck, you might tell the truth about the robbery.
I told the truth.
I don't think so.
If Frank tries to free me, that doesn't mean that he has anything to do with...
And if he tries to kill you?
All right, Sheriff. But you're wasting your time.
What time is it?
20 past 1.
You think maybe Hollister knows we're waiting?
Not unless he's a fortune teller. All right, get down the road. We'll hit him from 2 angles.
Right. Remember, I ain't shooting at the girl, just the sheriff.
All right, so go on.
Up, Rowdy.
me.
Convinced?
Not exactly. After all, you
Could have done it myself? Is that what you were going to say? Dave Short is taking Blake's body over to the undertaker right now. Would you like to see it?
No.
Do you think I arranged that too? Blake and Fallon put those holes in your cape and nobody else.
Is Frank?
No, he's all right. He's probably halfway back to Tombstone by now. With you dead, he's got nothing to worry about.
I want to see Frank, Sheriff. Let's get started back for Tombstone.
What for? So he can lie to you again? So he can ruin your life to save his own? What does it take to convince you? Look, Renee, we know that Ed Rogers was having a winning streak at Frank's table. Won almost $1,000. So Frank told you to get the old man alone, that he wanted to talk to him, didn't he? Fallon and Blake did the beating, didn't they?
I want to see Frank.
All right. All right. Right now, Fallon thinks you're dead. We're going to give him a surprise he'll never forget. Get your things together. We're going back to Tombstone as soon as I can send a wire.
Been somewhere, Fallon?
What's it to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just wondered if you'd heard the news.
Why don't you go peddle your papers?
Too bad about Renee Carter. But I guess it's all for the best.
How was that?
She's dead. The wire came a couple of hours ago from Pantano. Seems it was your friend Blake who was mixed up in the Rogers killing. You heard Sheriff Clay Hollister was bringing her back here to stand trial. He must have decided to shut her up for good.
Well, newsman, what do you know? The ladies are thirsty, so keep it coming. Yes, sir, Frank Fallon knows how to treat his friends. I've got one simple little rule. My friends treat me right, I treat them right. I always say, you treat people right, and they're your friends. Frank Fallon hasn't got an enemy in the world. No, sir.
You've got one, Fallon.
And that one's gonna hang you.
I'm getting fed up with you, Hollister.
Oh, I haven't even started on you yet.
You got
You're
no
under arrest.
Arrest?
For the murder of Ed Rogers.
Renee Carter murdered Rogers, and you know it.
Why did you offer to help her? How about that appeal to the governor?
What appeal? Why don't you check for yourself and see, Hollister? There's nothing like that there. Not that my lawyer knows about.
Oh? Harris.
How did you...
How did she what, Fallon? Come back to life after you killed her?
A trick. A lousy trick.
Mm-hmm. And you fell for it. You thought you'd killed the only person who could convict you of murder.
And I will, Frank. I'll help them put that rope around your neck. It was just like you thought, Sheriff. Exactly. Only after I got Ed Rogers alone. And Frank and Blake started beating him. I fainted. When I woke up, Frank was carrying me to my room. I'd lost my purse. Or someone took it.
Oh, baby, you're not going to listen to the things this man's been telling you. Look, honey, this is Frank. Why, I'd do anything for you. You know that.
Then hang for me.
Let's go, Fallon.
No. No?
Hard or easy. Any way you want it.
Oh, I could kill you, baby.
Clay?
What did Leary say?
He's all for it. So's the town council.
Let's go tell her. Renee.
Is something wrong?
No, ma'am, something's right. Judge Leary has agreed to review your case.
Practically insisted.
But why?
Justice isn't really blind, Miss Carter. Your only crime was in covering up for Fallon.
You see, you helped the law, so now the law's trying to help you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.